In this video, I want to take you back and I want to teach you some things that are going to change your life forever. Over the last 20 years, almost 20 years, there's a lot of things that I've learned, a lot of lessons that I've learned, from my grandfather, from going through difficulties, struggles, pain in my life. And it's all led me to this point where I'm here today making this video, talking to you. And this video has been led to you for that reason. And it's information that I wish I would have had a long time ago. And I'm going to share that with you today. There are going to be things that happen to you within your reality, and you may be experiencing those things right now, to where things might not be going the way that you want them to go, the way that you are having difficulties and there's obstacles and you're uncomfortable and you don't know why a lot of this stuff is happening to you. And I felt the same way when I went through the same exact things. And I tried to change it. I tried to fight it. I tried to do everything that I possibly could so I could live without difficulty, without pain, without struggle. I tried this stuff. I tried to fight against it. And I was unsuccessful. But why I say that, and what you need to understand, is after I endured that pain, that struggle, those conflicts in my life, and I got to the end of it, I looked back and I said, and I laughed. I didn't say it. I laughed and I smiled. And I said, I did it. I made it. I went through all of that, and it defined the person that I am today, that can help so many other people, and the person that's making this video today for you. And had I not gone through those things, I never would have been the person that I am with this sort of wisdom to share with you today. That exact thing, that those difficulties, those hardships designed me to be the person today that can do whatever I want, to have whatever I want, to be at peace, and to not be selfish, and to help the greatest number, give the greatest good to the greatest number. And it's not about me, it's about you guys. And I never would have understood that. I never would be making these videos. I never would have created my brand had I not gone through that stuff. Wisdom is very important. And even in the Bible, Solomon, he had a dream, and God came to him. He said, Solomon, I'll give you anything. I'll give you money. I'll give you women. I'll give you the kingdoms, everything. What do you want? I'll give it to you right now. And Solomon said, no, I don't want any of that. I want wisdom. So he went through things in his life, and God put those challenges in front of him, and he gained wisdom. And then what happened? He built it himself. The kingdoms, the wealth, the success, everything within his reality after he gained wisdom. Otherwise, what's the point anyways? If you're not wise and you're not smart, you don't know how to handle difficulty in your life and pain and endure that stuff, the money, you're going to destroy yourself. You're going to hurt yourself. You're not going to know how to manage those things. You're not going to know how to help people. You're not going to know how to maintain it. And I say this because you may be creating things within your own reality right now. You may have your own desires with your current concept of self, but your highest self knows where you're going. It knows where you're headed, and it knows what you need to go through in order to be that individual that you're trying to become and have those things. And if you don't have those things now, it's because you're not ready for that. And if you're going through things in your life to where you're questioning things and you don't know why you're going through difficulties, and you don't know why this person's doing this or that person's this, and you're reacting to this and it's not going your way, it's because you are not the person you need to be to live in that reality yet. Otherwise, you wouldn't be saying that. The person that lives in that reality already doesn't get affected by those things. It knows that those things are part of it. It has a different perception and observation of those difficulties, of those things happening. You have to remember that. The version of you that has what you're trying to get It doesn't view the world the way that you do right now. And the only reason those things are happening to you now is because you're not that person yet. Otherwise, you wouldn't even see them. They wouldn't even exist in your observation of the simulation. And the difficulties and the obstacles and the things that happen to make you uncomfortable right now are designing you to become that wise person to where you can do those things. You can have those things. You can live in that reality. And until you see that, you're not going to ever be there. And if you are questioning that now and you're saying, why is this happening? Why am I not experiencing it? And you catch yourself waiting for that to happen, you're not ready for that reality yet. If you're waiting for something or you're experiencing difficulties and you're thinking, why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this. Then it shows that you're not ready to even be in that reality yet that you want to live in. That version of you would never say that, would never do that. They would not be thinking that way. They would know that it was for the greatest good, the greatest number, and it's developing you and building you. This is why the perceptual thing and your perception and your observation of things that happen to you are all designed within that version of you. And until you become that version, that world's never going to come to you. And there's an infinite amount of different realities that coexist simultaneously right now. And until you become that version of yourself, you're not going to experience it. It's not going to happen. And you're going to continue to go round and round and round until you understand that. The version of you that has what you want and what your wish fulfilled, your desires, as being completed now, that version of you, they don't think that way. They do not view their world in that way. They would not be saying the things that you say. They would not be wondering those things. They would understand, they would have a totally different observation and perception of those difficulties, of those uncomfortabilities that are happening, of those obstacles. The version of you that has what you want knows those things are happening for their benefit. And they're coming to provide them with more wisdom, strength, endurance to help more people. And until you realize that, you haven't become that version of you. So you need to focus on who you need to become rather than wondering how it's going to come and overanalyzing the current situation where your manifestation and the version of your world that you want hasn't come yet. Eliminate that, because when you're thinking that way, it shows that you don't deserve to be living in the reality in which you visualize yourself living in. It's simple as that. And our lives are powerful. You have the ability to be whatever you want and to create whatever you want. You can do anything within yourself with these tools, with these exercises. But when you pray or you visualize yourself being 100 times better than you are now, or pray, however you create reality to come to you in this present simulation, you have to realize that when you make an impression within the simulation of being somebody 100 times better than you are now, you have to be developed in order to believe that and consent to that being true, because your world is being pushed out. And if you don't believe that, you don't consent to that being true about you and your world, then it's not going to happen. So you have to experience certain things within your reality, obstacles, occurrences, difficulties, to gain the wisdom and understand and become that version of you that can push that world out. And that's why it becomes more difficult. And it says it throughout the Bible. You pray for patience. What happens? What does God give you? The symbolic the nature of it. He puts you in situation to develop that patience. He puts you in places where you have to wait and build that within you to where you can't do what you want to do. You get stopped wherever you go. Building patience, strength. I pray for strength. What happens? God puts me in situations where I have to build strength. You visualize yourself being 100 times better than you are now, being rich and successful. What's going to happen? You're going to be put in situations that are difficult. They're obstacles. They're going to be things you don't understand. But those things are for you to be that individual. You asked for it. And it's coming, and it will come. So you need to understand this stuff. And It took me a long, long time to understand this. I visualized success and greatness, and I had to go to a place and endure pain, suffering. Things that I wouldn't even wish on my worst enemy, I have gone through. To become who I am today, to be making this video, to tell you these things. To learn that you should never hate anything. The world is you pushed out. There is no separation or gap within consciousness at all. It doesn't exist. And if you hate something, you hate yourself. It is more important. One of the most important things. Listen, I'm going to close out with this video. In this video with this. One of the most important things you can understand and use in your world right now is to never hate anything. It doesn't matter if it's your worst enemy. It doesn't matter who it is or what it is. Do not hate. Because there is no separation and gap within the projection that's being pushed out from within you. And if it's happened and you have hate for it, you're putting out those signals, those low frequencies of hate, and it will come back to you and produce more hate within your reality and more things that make you hate and more people that are going to hate you. It's a mirror. It's echoing back within yourself and pushed out. Everything that happens is there's no coincidence, okay? It's not an accident. So don't hate anything. It's showing you something about yourself no matter what you're doing in your reality right now. And it seems to be going in a different direction. It's showing you something about yourself. Whether that's an exercise or a meditation or a job or a relationship, it's showing you something about you that you need to reflect on within yourself and make that change. I love you guys. It took me a long time to realize a lot of this. And I was strongly pushed to make this video today on my island here. And that's it. Just enjoying the beautiful sunny day today. Sharing that. Oh, I feel so good when I get to help people. It's about the greatest good of the greatest number. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.